Hello, and welcome to the next episode on the Cornerstone SMP server. Today, we're just gonna hit the ground running. In the last episode, if you haven't seen it, I did some layouts here of some buildings. So you can kind of see there's an entrance there. So building there, small one here with an entrance there where the building has two entrances, and then the sugarcane one. So sugarcane one I really need, but I think I'm gonna at least start the layout of this line here. And you can see these buildings are side by side by side. Yeah, that way I can kind of get a general idea how this is actually gonna work out. So the bottoms aren't gonna be too bad. So basically, you know, whoops, I'm breaking stuff here. So basically where the, the stone and brick and all that stuff is, that's probably going to be easy to lay out. It's getting to the second layer that's going to be interesting. And if you can kind of see, this is probably the easiest way to explain it. If the roof ends up square, we need to do stuff like this on some of the pop-outs to kind of make up for the difference. And I think that's a really cool technique. And just stumbled across it. I haven't even actually seen it, and if people are doing it, I just didn't put two and two together. So if we can kind of imagine, like, yeah, this is probably a good building. If you can imagine, the roof is probably going to be from here to there, there to there. So we're probably going to put like a balcony up on this level or this level to make up for this kind of pop out. So I think that's going to be really cool. I can't wait to actually get into it to actually see how it works out. Before we move on, I want to show you some footage. Chuckles, one of the newer members, came up to me and he's going to start selling glass, but he wants to do color glass also. So let me roll the footage of that. So Mr. Chuckles, welcome to the flower / kind of industrial district. This is where we've been kind of doing the dyes, and you can kind of see here's kind of all of the flowers along the floor here that we can get. And then there's a little bit of a setup behind here for the two tall ones.
Oh, excellent.
So, but all these things are
really well set up.
Yeah, we're completely out of bone meal. But if you basically turn this switch in this corner here on, it would light all of these things off if you actually need to get these colors. But
fantastic.
The most important thing is. Well, the thing behind you, the big monstrosity of a cactus farm, is the way we were getting bone meal, but it's not enough to keep up because there's a massive amount of loss with them popping off and just kind of destroying each other.
Yeah,
but I
mean, bone meal is always a bit of a pain. The best way I sort of found for it was actually a wither skeleton farm produces a crap load of bone fuel.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that's the biggest problem kind of with this farm that's going on out here. But let's here, step on out.
Sure.
So, I'll bleep that out. Stupid.
There were two there, yeah?
Yeah, one blew up.
Did he?
Well,
I haven't got game audio on at the moment, I'm sorry.
That is hilarious. Well, pardon my French. Let me make sure there's no... But what I don't understand, well, I guess if you're in the nether, then they won't despawn. So technically, if you go, 128 out, then they actually won't despawn, but...
I guess that's right. I've never really thought about that before, actually. Yeah, you're right. I don't really know.
Whoops.
That's probably right. I meant to do the other colour there.
Let's see here. All right, done, fixed. I'll come back and try to get this thing fixed. That was hilarious. Right out the door.
Timing.
All right, so as I was saying, if you kind of look up over that way, there's one flying machine, and then obviously there's two different flying machines. Oh, my dear Lord.
Oh, wow.
Really? I looked around that corner.
That another one? What the hell is going on?
Hold on.
Do we have a creeper farm in the area?
Well, why they haven't despawned is...
bizarre.
Kind of amazing to me.
Because when we were there before, and that pig, it looked like the pig came through the portal.
Oh, he goes back and forth.
Sure.
He's been there for a while. Well, alrighty then.
We got some zombies flying around. At least they're dying, so that's all right. Wow. Never thought we'd find 3 creepers like that.
Interrupted again.
All right.
All right.
So you
take 3. Creepers is blowing up everywhere. All right. So as I was saying, there's a flying machine that's kind of up in this area here. That only ended up supplying a couple of the flowers, so I ended up building this bigger monstrosity over here to kind of get the blue, yellow. I'm trying to remember what else won that. It was kind of lacking. But these things just eat at the bone mill. If we step inside, and you can kind of hop down here.
Okay. Yep.
Each one of these. Oh, actually.
Oh, there's a little bit here.
Hey. I think I did run this one, so there's probably a little bit in this one, but I bet you this next one's out.
Actually, this one's about 3 stacks. 2.5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we could run it and do this. I bet you the one up top is out.
Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I don't think... Well, I don't know what other people are building. I don't think I'm going to need a hell of a lot, but... especially because it's only 1 die per 8 glass, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, so I tell you what, if you can get the bone mill, and you saw the dispensers down there, and it just needs to be filled up.
Yep, that's
if
easy.
you run up here, well, bye-bye door, I guess.
I can't believe that. That was just bizarre.
Here, there, door. Here's the master switch. If you actually throw it out, then you'll see that the flying machines go on all 3 sets.
Oh, really? Okay, it's all coordinated. That's good.
Yep. And then what I usually did is I AFK'd in this corner. And it's kind of it's not really the central spot, but it's just kind of seemed to be the best spot for me. So I was just kind of blocked myself in on this side.
Yeah, cool.
But I tell you what, since you're going to provide the server with glass, which I know a lot of people will enjoy, feel free to use this. You'll just need to get bone meal. And I'm sure if you actually AFK'd here, there might be enough that gets produced down in this corner here. Mostly off of, the cactus farm behind you that you might be able to refill.
Okay.
But it looks like the bottom one, you'll be able to run it at least for a little while.
Yeah, cool. I can look at setting up something myself for bone meal. That's not too bad. We can do that one pretty easily, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. And don't get me wrong, we'll sort something out. I'm going to have to give you some diamonds for the use of the area, that's for sure.
No worries. If you get colored glass in there, then if I ever need some, then I might just scrape a little off the top. I never need a whole lot of colored glass, but I mean, obviously I got the dyes too, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, even if you need a special order, I mean, it took me, 20 minutes to fill a double chest. So it's not hard for me to fill any orders if you need anything, so that's easy.
Nice.
Well, what I can do is I can have a quick look at it and work out, if I'm not getting the right colors or anything like that, I'll have a look at one of the other ones and try it out.
Okay.
And just, you're right. I'm going to struggle to get enough bone meal to run all 3, but I should be able to run one of these at a time, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy as. That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so Chuckles is actually going to borrow the flower farm, and he's actually going to build a better way of getting bone meal, which is going to be amazing. And that way he can actually provide the server colored glass, which is going to be amazing. I know a lot of people are going to actually end up buying that one. And that'll be good. They're new on the server, and diamonds, probably a good thing. So he's probably going to get a lot off that. And I know he's already selling regular glass and just making a killing. I think Hicks has bought him out several times, but yeah. So I've done a little bit of work here. Yeah, just a little bit. I built 5 buildings. Yeah, I didn't bring you in one single bit. I was just kind of trying to get established on how to do these buildings side by side. And I love it, but I will point out some stuff that I'm going to change. So I love the diorite. The brick, on the other hand, stands out a little bit compared to kind of this main, yellowish theme with the end stone. I did do one with sandstone and birch down there, but let's just walk through here and get immersed. I love this feeling, and we'll talk about kind of some of my future plans here in a second. Yeah, so kind of made like a little sitting area back here. I was going to make a little bit bigger sitting area, but I figured I want to put a tree here instead, just to block so much of the black, because this and this is a real high contrast. So, but I think that works out really good. Let's take a little bit more of a walk through here. I just love this. And I'm glad I went with a taller perspective. Now you notice that, let's see here. Okay, this one's 1, 2, 3, 4, so I went back to my old perspective. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this one to give it a little bit of differentiation in between the buildings. So, this house is actually separate from this house, which is separate from that one, which is actually separate from this one. But let's look around this corner here real quick. Been using these guys as drains, and it's the the smoker. Yeah, so I got completed all the way around here. There's no doors on the back here with the exception of this one, which you open up and it actually goes... So there's a building here, but this is the door to the second one here. We got this area here. It's a little bit of a small thing. And then we just came out of this one. A little bit decent room here. We got this one, a little bit small. And then this one, I'm going to probably put some villagers, maybe here, and maybe along this wall, so I can get food. I keep running out of food. I mean, literally, this is all the golden carrots I have right now. So that's going to be cool plans for that one. And if you didn't see it, there's another door on that side. That is actually got some pretty decent room. But most importantly is going to be this rocket one here. So what I want to do is I want to do sugarcane in one spot and gunpowder in another. And that way I can sit here and make rockets, because that's another thing that I'm just tearing through. And as we discussed earlier, the sugarcane ain't doing it. So down here, I'm actually going to make a way to get to a sugarcane farm, which I'll build probably in a little bit here. And then I need to make another gunpowder farm, hopefully one that's more efficient. But I know this area is not lit up for caves, so I'm gonna have to do another round of caves. Need to build a second story here and put a floor on here, but let's go back and discuss. So I mean, I love this, but let's discuss some of the stuff that I don't like. And what I don't like is some of the roofs. Absolutely hate that one. So that one's terracotta, and I think it's gray concrete, and it's blocky, and I hate it. It's too small. Now, contrast that one with... Let's go over here. With this roof, I absolutely love. However, it's just too... I don't know, it's just not doing it on my eyes, but I love this roof. And that is terracotta. I don't like the brick on the siding. It's too different. I mean, I like the diorite, and I like, either the end stone or this one here is sandstone and birch. This is too contrasty. And then likewise, I like the warped, which is over here. And I think I like the end stone, but I do not like the crimson. It's just too vivid. I don't like it. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. The dark prismarine takes a lot to do. So, going back here. I think what I want to do is I want to remove the brick, and I want to try the brick up top. I need to try to find a standard. I was trying to find two different colors for the roofs, and that was going to be the warped and crimson, but I just don't like it. Oh, I love that. I don't know what it is about that. My favorite color is blue. I probably said that in the past. So this purple just does it for me, but these two don't. Oh, and the other thing I did is it puts kind of some patches of there's the nylium. No, these are the actual the the tree blocks. The plans is to take the brick off this one, and I want to try brick on top. And what we can do is make some of them primarily brick, and the other ones, because you can kind of see how I've actually got the granite in there too. Kind of see it just a little bit through there. And what we can do is flip-flop those two being the primary, and maybe that's how we distinguish some of these roofs. So I definitely taken down that one. I may take down that one. I will definitely take that one. And then once I get those, maybe the primary will be warped, dark prismarine, and brick. And that's how we kind of make all these stand out a little bit. Let me talk a little bit about plans also. So I started doing the main path here, and I love it. I'm going to run out of coral blocks pretty quick. But if we go up here, so what I want is that the main path is going to go up, 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 and up, and then this is where the bridge is going to be. So that's going to give us a lot of good depth in this ravine, and I want to widen out this ravine and probably slope the walls just a little bit. These are just way too straight up and down. Doesn't look all that great. So it's probably the technique that we are using on the mountain I will use here, but make it really steep. And then what that's going to allow us to do is the path is over here, so we'll wind the path around. And what we can do is we can go under the one above. The bridge will be, you know, right up here, but up. And then we can come back around and kind of come up and up and up. And that'll bring us back this way. But there's not a whole lot of room here. So that's going to be interesting. So what I may end up doing is cutting it back and then bringing it up to here maybe. So there's like a little bit of corridor there. But anyways, that's future plans. I will figure that out. For now, I need to fix these roofs. I changed out this roof and I already love it. I need to make this one, put something in there to contrast it, but I haven't quite looked at it to see what blocks I like in there. All right, I think I got this fixed enough now. There's still something a little bit strange. I'm not overly happy with the brick in this, but it's not horrible. I don't mind it. I just need to get my eyes adjusted to it. I left the purple. I actually kind of like the purple. It doesn't exactly fit in this color scheme, but yeah, so we got the warp there and then dark prismarine there. And then we're just gonna, I don't want to alternate like it is here. But we'll just do it kind of randomly. That's just kind of how it ended up, because I needed to change this one. So the one that had the brick on the side, I ended up just changing to the end stone. And that works. So I like this kind of 3 variations for the side, and then we got 3 variations, and you can't quite see it, the deep dark prismarine on the other side. So we got 3 roofs also. That one, although I like it, it's blocks, so it just doesn't work very well on some of these roofs, because this roof right here is just awkward. I don't like it, but by the time I get another building here and there, you'll just never see that unless you're flying from above, and quite frankly from above that just looks fine. Yeah, so I'm super happy. I love the buildings. Still working on the roofs. And these roofs are easy to change. If I figure out another color scheme, maybe when I start doing some of the other buildings, then maybe I'll switch it out. But for now, I actually like it. So anyways, if you're not subscribed yet, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this content, hit that like button. Until next time, see ya!